Daniel's final vision, the time of the end. What if you were given a vision of the final battle between good and evil? What if every kingdom, every war, and every struggle in history was part of a greater cosmic conflict, one that would soon come to an end? This is Daniel's final vision, the most detailed prophecy of the time of the end. It reveals the rise and fall of kings, the war between Christ and Satan, and the moment when Michael himself stands up to deliver his people. Skeptics have tried to dismiss it, but history continues to prove it. And now I challenge you, can you disprove this prophecy? Or will you see the undeniable hand of God? Daniel's final vision and the time of the end. Daniel's vision of the cosmic battle. Daniel 10. It was the 3rd year of Cyrus, and Daniel was mourning and fasting for 3 weeks. He sought understanding of a great conflict yet to come. Then a figure appeared before him. He was dressed in linen, with a face like lightning, eyes like fire, and a voice like the roar of a multitude. Daniel collapsed to the ground, trembling. Then the figure spoke. "Daniel, greatly beloved, do not be afraid. From the first day you set your heart to understand, your words were heard. But the prince of Persia resisted me for 21 days. Who was this being? It was Christ himself, Michael, the Prince of Heaven. And for 3 weeks, an unseen war had been raging between the forces of God and the forces of darkness. The Prince of Persia, not a human king, but a demonic force influencing world events, had resisted the work of God. Only when Michael intervened was the battle won. Daniel was being shown something far greater than earthly wars. This was the great controversy between Christ and Satan, a battle not just for nations, but for souls. The conflict of kings and kingdoms, Daniel 11. Then the vision expanded. Daniel saw the rise and fall of powerful kingdoms, Persia, Greece, Rome, and a power that would seek to control the whole earth. The prophecy detailed the Persian kings, Daniel chapter 11-2. 4 kings would rise in Persia, with the last one stirring up war against Greece. The mighty king, Daniel chapter 11:3-4. A powerful ruler, Alexander the Great, would rise, but his kingdom would be divided into 4 parts, exactly as history records. The rise of Rome, Daniel chapter 11:16-21. A power that would dominate with intrigue and force, leading to a kingdom that would exalt itself above all gods. Then came the most mysterious part of the vision. Daniel saw a ruler who would enter the glorious land, exalt himself above God, and seek to change times and laws. This was papal Rome, a system that would mix political and religious power, seeking to control not just nations, but worship itself. Daniel saw a time when God's people would be persecuted, a time of betrayal, deception, and war. But then, everything changed. The time of trouble and Michael's victory, Daniel 12. Then, Daniel saw the final moment of Earth's history. At that time, Michael shall stand up, the great prince who stands for your people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. Daniel 12:1. Michael, the same divine being who fought for Daniel, would stand up. But what does it mean? In the Bible, when a king stands up, it means he is taking action. When Michael stands, the final judgment has come. The time of mercy would end. The world would face a time of trouble like never before. But God's people would be delivered. And then, the most incredible event of all, the resurrection. Many of those who sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Daniel 12:2. This was the moment when death itself would be defeated. The faithful would rise to eternal life, and those who rejected God's truth would face eternal loss. Daniel longed to understand more, but the angel told him, "Seal the book until the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase." Daniel 12:4. The prophecy was not just for Daniel's time, it was for us. Re-engagement point. Challenge to skeptics. How did Daniel predict the exact rise and fall of Persia, Greece, and Rome centuries before they happened? How did he foresee a power that would seek to control not just governments, but worship itself? How did he describe a time of worldwide trouble, a final judgment, and the resurrection of the dead, long before Christ even came? Powerful takeaway and call to action. The battle has already begun. The nations are moving into place. The time of trouble is near. Michael is about to stand up. The final judgment is at hand. Will you be ready when Christ returns? Will your name be found in the book of life? If this message opened your eyes, like, share, and subscribe for more powerful Bible stories. Because in the end, only one side wins. Will you stand with Christ?